canyon rises in quiet strength, walls carved by time and silence, standing tall beneath the endless sky. Into this fast space, the guitar begins its first notes like echoes across the stone. Warm and soft, touching every corner of the open air, the sound drifts, carried by the stillness, as if each chord were a step deeper in the canyon. Yes, strongly do we own and bare feet. Your up song up there, stone red, still warm. It carries countless, steady and sure, never breaking. Jumping is never rocky, I see lang notes and live a gentle path underfoot, winding through the rugged land, but always smooth, always kind. The guitar hums with warmth, and the canyon answers with silence. There's no noise here, no weight of time, only the balance of still rock and moving breeze. The echo of strings filling the air with light. The music's both strong and delicate, holding the listener in a space where calmness comes easily. Each phrase builds like layers of stone, simple yet lasting, carved into memory. The song moves in cycles, repeating gently like the shadow shifting along the canyon walls. It does not press, does not demand, it simply flows, offering focus and clarity without force. The listener drifts within it, finding escape, not in leaving, but in entering more deeply into calm. Every chord opens a new horizon, wide and quiet where thoughts can rest. The canyon holds the sound, shaping it into something vast and free. The guitar becomes a companion, steady and patient, walking beside the silence with grace. As the melody nears its end, it softens like twilight, drawing over stone. The last light painting the canyon gold. The notes linger, fading gently, believing peace behind. The canyon returns to silence, but the calm remains alive in the memory of the song. The final echo is not an ending, but a continuation, a reminder that calmness can always be found, waiting like the canyon, strong and silent. The guitar opens with gentle chords, soft and spacious, moving like a breeze through canyon walls. Each note feels light, lifted by air, carrying a sense of calm. The melody drifts slowly, like wind weaving through stone, steady and unhurried. As the sound unfolds, the guitar becomes warmer, brighter, echoing like voices can't endless. The rhythm remains slow and grounded, guiding the listener with gentle steps. The tones ripple, flowing like air currents along wide horizons, filling the silence with calm resonance. Each phrase expands into space, creating a feeling of openness. Notes rise and fall with natural ease, carrying warmth and stillness together. The guitar speaks in whisper, telling of quiet days, timeless skies, and wind carrying stories through stone. As the melody deepens, soft layers join the flowing, steady and fluid. The rhythm grows fuller but never heavy, remaining in light like steps along a canyon trail. The sound holds strength, yet it is gentle, moving with grace. Music invites the listener inward into a space of calm reflection. The spaces between notes feel like pauses to breathe, moments to let thoughts settle. Each chord feels like grounded, like sitting still beneath white sky, feeling the wind move free around. The guitar glows brighter in its middle, warm as late sun across the rocks. Its tones open wider, filling the air with harmony. It always soft, the sound is steady, like time itself, slow to line the listener to rest deeply in its flow. As the piece begins to soften, the tones grow lower, drifting gently downward. It is like twilight falling across the canyon, shadow stretching along, air cooling. The melody slows, letting silence breathe between each word. The final breeze is a song that plays itself, quite natural, leaving behind stillness. The sound rests softly, not ending sharply, but dissolving into calm air. The listener is never in peace, held by the simplicity of the music. The horizon stretches wide, a soft veil of dust, rising with the warm southern wind. The road lies quiet before me, long and endless, painted in colors of gold and faded blue. With each chord the journey begins, slow and gentle, a song shaped by the calmness of open skies. My guitar speaks softly, telling stories of roads that wander beyond sight, of evenings when silence carries the way of peace. The sun leans low, glowing like fire behind the haze, yet the air feels still, unhurried. The sound drifts like a breeze across the dusty plains, steady and tender, reminding the soul of simple times. Each note is a footprint on the path, leading me toward calm, carrying me deeper into rest. I play not for hurry, but for the space between moments, the quiet pause, when the world feels softer, when the heart breathes freely. The dust on the horizon is not heavy, it is light floating, shimmering in the glow. It becomes part of the melody, part of the stillness that surrounds. Time fades into the rhythm, a steady pulse of strings, echoing like wheels turning slowly on a long road. The melody does not rush, it flows gentle as the bend of a river. In its calm, the world becomes clearer, worries settle, distractions drift away. leaving only the horizon wide and endless, waiting without demand. The journey is not about distance, but about peace. Each chord is a reminder that even the dust carried by the wind finds its place in the setting sun. And as the last light lingers, I keep playing steady and calm until the horizon itself feels alive with song. The guitar sings of freedom, of serenity, of quiet strength found in stillness. And in that song, the dusty horizon is no longer far away. It is here, close, alive in every note.
The horizon whispers softly where the sky meets the rolling plains, and I walk slow with the sun on my shoulders, listening to the silence of wide open spaces. The air carries the scent of cedar and pine,
while the fading light paints golden streaks across the fields. My guitar rests in my hands, each note flowing like a gentle river, steady, calm, endless.
The earth feels timeless beneath my boots, as if every trail knows my name, and I follow them without hurry, only with peace.
Where shadows stretch long, a diddy exhale saves its final breath. The strings sing quietly, not rushing, not calling, only flowing like distant voices of the land.
I play for the lolly, the rushing, not calling, only the calmnesses of the land.
I play for the valleys, I play for the stillness, and show me the countryside knows. Each chord rises into the air like a prayer, soft and steady, meant for no one, yet belonging to everyone.
As twilight deepens, the horizon glows faintly. It's the line between day and night, and my thoughts drift where words cannot go. I see memories of lying on the wind, old bonds, dusty trails, the gentle rocking of front porch chairs breathe. Music carries them all, keeping them alive in the silence. The night was near, the stars begin to shimmer, and still the guitar sings a melody without end. Slow as the heartbeat of the earth, steady as the rhythm of time, I lose myself in its quiet strength. And the way calms the restless spirit and sets the soul free. Every note is a lantern against the dark, every pause a place for the heart to rest. The horizon whispers once more, softer now, promising peace in the coming night. My hands linger on the strings, letting the sound fade gently into stillness, and as silence settles around me, I know the music remains. Within the land, within the sky, within the calm of the whispering horizon.
The horizon whispers softly where the sky meets the rolling plain. I walk slow with the sun on my shoulders, listening to the silence of wide open spaces. The air carries the scent of cedar and pine, while the fading light paints golden streaks across the fields. My guitar rests in my hand, each note flowing like a gentle river, steady, calm, endless. The earth feels timeless beneath my boots, as if every trail knows my name and I follow them without hurry, only with peace. Whispering winds guide me to the evening, where shadows stretch along in the day exhales. Final breath, the strength sing quietly, not rushing, not calling, only flowing like distant voices of the land. I play for the hills, I play for the valleys, I play for the stillness that only the countryside knows. Each chord rises into the air like a prayer, soft and steady, meant for no one, yet belonging to everyone. As twilight deepens, the horizon glows faintly, a silver line between day and night, and my thoughts drift where words cannot go. I see memories writing on the window bars, dusty trails of gentle rock in the front porch chairs. The music carries them all, keeping them alive in the silence. The night grows near, the stars begin to shimmer, and still the guitar sings a melody without end. Slow as the heartbeat of the earth, steady as the rhythm of time. I lose myself in its quiet strength, in the way it calms the restless spirit and sets a soul free. Every note's a lantern against the dark, every pause a place for the heart to rest. Whispers once more, softer now, promising peace in the coming night. My hands linger on the strings, letting the sound fade gently into stillness, and silence settles around me. I know the music remains within the land, within the sky, within the calm of the whisper in the rise.
Meadow lies in silence, stretching wide beneath the open sky, touched only by the soft wind that carries the scent of earth and grass. The guitar begins to play, its notes light and gentle, and drifting across the fields like whispers of peace. Each chord moves slowly, unhurried, inviting the mind to quiet itself, to settle into calm. The sound of the strings flows like a gentle breeze, steady and constant, offering focus. Without strain, the meadow listens, holding the silence that cradles the music. And in that silence, this listener finds clarity. Thoughts wander like clouds, drifting but never heavy, and the guitar gathers them, guiding them toward stillness. Every note feels like a breath of open space, wide and endless, but nothing presses too strongly, nothing demands too much. It is the calm of a summer afternoon, the hush of grass swaying without hurry, the peace of knowing that time can move softly. The music reflects this. Soft but sure, never rushing, never breaking. As the melody unfolds, it carries with a spirit of the focus, the kind that is gentle, not forced. The guitar does not press down, it's simply open space. In that space, the listener finds room to think, to dream, to work without weight. Each repetition of chords is like footsteps across a meadow path, even steady, carrying one forward with ease. The silence around the music is as important as the sound itself. Between the notes lives a calm pause, a reminder that focus is not about pressure but about flow. The meadow remains still, and yet it is alive. The guitar remains calm, and yet it is vibrant. The final chords linger softly like evening, settling across the meadow, shadows stretching long, the air cool and still. The silence returns, but it is a silence filled with peace, carrying the memory, the melody within it. Focus remains, calm remains. The meadow is quiet, but the spirit of the song continues.
The prairie glows beneath the fading sun, where tall grasses sway slowly with the breath of the wind. I walk gently across the open land, each step guided by the stillness of evening, each breath carrying the scent of warm earth. My guitar rests easy in my hands, and the notes begin to rise soft and steady, as if born from the horizon itself. Golden light spills across the fields, painting the sky in shades of amber and rose. The sound drifts into the quiet air, calm as the rustle of leaves, tender as the hum of a summer breeze. The prairie listens, and in its silence, every chord finds a home. I play for the wide skies, for the endless trails, for the gentle glow that reminds the heart of peace. Time slows and the world feels lighter, free of noise, free of weight. Each note carries focus, steady as footsteps on familiar ground. The melody does not hurry, it simply flows, guided by the spirit to places where rest and clarity meet. The glow of the prairie becomes a flame inside, small but steady, lighting the way through the stillness. In the quiet, the guitar becomes more than sound. It is a companion, a friend, a lantern burning against the shadows of distraction. It clears the path, it soothes the heart, it sharpens the mind. As the sky deepens into twilight, the glow lingers soft and eternal. My hands move gently over the strings, keeping the rhythm of peace alive. Song becomes a journey without end, a calm river flowing toward the horizon. And as the prairie holds me in its quiet embrace, I know the glow will remain steady, warm and always near.
The prairie wind moves softly across the wide horizon, carrying with it the scent of open fields and the quiet song of the earth. The guitar begins to play, steady and warm, its notes drifting like grass, bending gently beneath the breeze. There is no rush, no wait, only the calm of endless skies, stretching far beyond sight. Each chord is a step along the meadow, unhurried and light, as the sun rests high above in golden silence. The melody carries peace, weaving between the air and the heart, reminding that life can be gentle when we allow it to flow. The wind whispers in harmony, a partner to the song, and every sound feels like home. The guitar hums stories of quiet days, of mornings bright with promise, of evenings glowing soft, fading light. The rhythm is slow like a steady walk, to someone unafraid of time. It is not about where the path leads, but how it feels to walk it with peace in the soul. The wind continues its dance across the prairie, lifting the music higher, sending it further. Notes rise like birds in flight, circling gracefully before disappearing into the wide expanse. Still their presence lingers like memories, soft, unbroken and eternal. This song is not meant to hurry, it is a companion to calm hours, to the kind of peace found in still places. It drifts, it stays, it reminds that within the vastness we are never truly alone. The wind sings with the guitar and the world feels whole. As the final notes fall like shadows, stretching long across the fields, the prairie wind keeps moving. The guitar softens into silence, but the peace remains, steady as the horizon, endless as the sky. The evening settles in softly, the glow of the fire painting the walls with golden light. Outside the night stretches calm and endless, but here by the warmth of the flames, the guitar begins to sing. And each note flickers like sparks, rattle gentle and unheard, weaving a melody shaped for quiet hearts. The strings carry the sound of reflection, calm. In this space, time has no weight. There is only the glow of the guitar and the peace within. The melody drifts like smoke, curling into the sky, fragile yet free, rising with ease. Tell stories without words of days gone, of roads traveled, of dreams left glowing in the heart. Each chord falls like an ember, fading into warmth, leaving only calm behind. I play for the silence between the notes, for the gentle breath that carries in further. The fire hums quietly, joining the guitar in a harmony built for rest. Outside the stars are countless, but here inside the light feels enough. It is steady, safe, and full of peace. Guitar slows into a rhythm of stillness, a reminder that reflection is not sorrow but rest. Flames stand slow, steady as the heartbeat of the night, and the horizon beyond the window fades away. There is only this moment, quiet, warm, eternal in its calm. And as the fire softens into embers, the guitar lingers too, carrying its last notes into the night. A song for reflection, for peace, for evenings spent to the silence. Speak. The even settles slowly, painting the horizon with shades of amber and soft gold. The light lingers on the edges of the sky, fading gently into twilight. And this calm, the guitar begins, tender and warm, each note falling like the quiet glow of the setting sun. The melody moves slowly, unhurried, wrapping the listener comfort. The sound is gentle like a soft breeze drifting across open fields. Every chord feels like a sigh of peace, a reminder that the day is ended and rest is near. The guitar carries no weight, only lightness, offering a release. Thought that's pressed too strongly, it whispers calm, steady and kind, leading the heart into stillness. As the song unfolds, the rhythm remains soft, like footsteps in the evening dust. The harmony flows with ease, repeating just enough to become familiar, like a lullaby remembered from long ago. Each phrase invites the body to loose, the breath to deepen, the mind to rest. The amber glow fades into the night, but the guitar continues steady and faithful, holding the listener in gentle arms. It is music for surrender, not a loss but a letting go, a trust in the night to carry dreams with care. Melody sways like a lantern in the dark, not bright, but warm enough to guide the way. It does not rush, it does not call for attention. It simply exists, softly glowing, softly breathing. The guitar asks nothing but offers everything: calm, peace, and sleep. Near the close, the sound becomes even softer, like the last light slipping below the horizon. The notes linger with tenderness, almost fading in the silence, but never fully gone. They remain, echoing gently, a promise that peace is always near, waiting in the quiet. Final tones rest like the night itself, steady, calm, and endless. In the fading warmth, sleep arrives, easy and natural, carrying the listener deeper into stillness. Beneath the amber glow, the Golden Creek flows quietly, its water shimmering beneath the sunlight, carrying with it the song of time. Along its banks the guitar begins to play, its strings as gentle as ripples on the surface, steady, warm, and alive. The melody drifts like water, moving forward without effort, finding its way through stones and bends, calm and unbroken. Each chord is a reflection of peace, a reminder of stillness that lives within the heart. The creek does not hurry, it does not fight, it simply moves, and in its movement there is serenity. The guitar sings the same way, soft, patient, unshaken, reminding that life's beauty is not in rushing, but in being present. The sound carries across open fields, across quiet woods, echoing softly like a voice long remembered. The rhythm of the strings follow the flow of the water, steady yet unforced, flowing naturally. Birds rest nearby the quiet songs, weaving with the guitar as if the earth itself listens and breathes in harmony. Light of the sun rests gently upon the water. Every note glimmers like reflections, dancing on the surface. This music is not only sound, it is stillness, it is peace, it is the gentle assurance that no matter how far the water flows, it always remains whole. As the creek bends and moves onward, the guitar follows steady and true. The melody rises and falls like the current, never rushed, always graceful. There is no end, only continuation, a reminder that serenity is found not in a final destination, but in the flow itself. The final notes linger like twilight settling over the stream. The
Water keeps moving, the golden light fades into soft evening, and the guitar fades into silence. The guitar begins softly, like the first stars appearing in the night sky. Each note feels calm, steady and warm, carrying the stillness of open land at dusk. The melody moves gently, like wind across the quiet plains, touching the soul with ease. As the sound unfolds, the horizon turns dark and endless, filled with silence and sky. The guitar becomes a voice of comfort, slow and patient, guiding the listener toward rest. Each phrase is like a star, distant, bright, steady, shining softly against the deep blue night. The rhythm flows with the ease of breathing, it carries no urgency, only the peace of white spaces where time slows and thoughts quiet down. It feels like sitting by a campfire under the frontier sky, the sound of strings blending with the silence of the land. Calm reflection rises, the guitar leaves space between notes, a silence that invites thought in them. It is not heavy, but light, like remembering moments that shape the heart. The melody flows gently, wrapping each memory in comfort, turning reflection into peace. The tones shift open and slightly wider, as though the night sky reveals more stars. The guitar glooms softly, never loud but alive with warmth. It carries a sense of hope, a calm strength, of being at ease with where the path has led. As the peach steps further, astounded sights to its softness. The guitar roars like the fading bowl of fire, leaving only embers and warmth. It feels like sitting in silence, wrapped in the comfort of the night, the vastness of the frontier above. The final chords fall gently, as though the stars themselves are whispering goodnight. The music does not end sharply, it drifts away like smoke into the night sky. In its fading notes, the listener finds reflection, peace and calm rest. Frontier Nights is not only music, it is a journey into the quiet soul of the land, under skies unbroken, where the guitar carries the timeless calm of night across the front. The Golden Creek flows quietly, its water shimmering beneath the sunlight, carrying with it the song of time. Along its banks the guitar begins to play, its strings as gentle as ripples on the surface, steady, warm, and alive. The melody drifts like water, moving forward without effort, finding its way through stones and bends
silence calm and unbroken. Each chord is a reflection of peace, a reminder of stillness that lives within the heart. The creek does not hurry, it does not fight. It simply moves, and in its movement there is serenity. The guitar sings the same way, soft, patient, unshaken, reminding that life's beauty is not in rushing, but in being present. The sound carries across open fields, across quiet woods, echoing softly like a voice long remembered. The rhythm of the strings follow the flow of the water, steady yet unforced, flowing naturally. Birds rest nearby the quiet songs, weaving with the guitar as if the earth itself listens and breathes in harmony. Light of the sun rests gently upon the water. Every note glimmers like reflections, dancing on the surface. This music is not only sound, it is stillness, it is peace, it is the gentle assurance that no matter how far the water flows, it always remains whole. As the creek bends and moves onward, the guitar follows steady and true. The melody rises and falls like the current, never rushed, always graceful. There is no end, only continuation, a reminder that serenity is found not in a final destination, but in the flow itself. The final notes linger like twilight settling over the stream. The water keeps moving, the golden light fades into soft evening, and the guitar fades into silence. The guitar begins gently, as if carried on the evening wind, drifting through cedar trees. Each note is soft, steady and inviting, filling the air with quiet comfort. The melody feels like the embrace of night itself, calm and unhurried, carrying peace in every chord. Sound stretches across the stillness like moonlight across wooden floors. Each phrase ends, acting as though the forest listens. The guitar speaks in whispers, never rushing, only guiding the listener into rest. As the music flows, the rhythm becomes like breath, slow, steady, grounding. It gathers the weight of the day and gently sets it down, asking nothing in return. And the listener is left only with calm. The melody rises softly like a lantern glowing among trees. It is not loud nor demanding, but it brings warmth, a quiet light in the night, steady at each total heartbeat, reminding that peace is always near. Midway the guitar grows richer, as though remembering moments of comfort, sitting by a fire, watching embers fade speaking softly with the night. The tones are deep, wooden, warm like cedar walls, holding the quiet of years. Every note feels like a companion, steady and patient. The guitar does not rush toward an end, but allows time to slow to expand, as if the night itself wishes to stay longer. The melody weaves images of cedar trees standing tall under the stars, branches swaying with a gentle breeze. Their silence is the same as the guitar's silence between notes, full grounded, eternal. Toward the end, the music softens again, as if laying down the rest, just to wake out of the calm lives. Simple sounds of wooden strings and a steady rhythm of a heart at peace.
Guitar begins gently, as if opening the door of an old farmhouse at dusk. The air is calm, the land is quiet, and the sound feels like home. Each chord carries the warmth of wood and memory, soft and steady, as if the walls of the homestead themselves could sing. The melody drifts like smoke from a chimney. It fills the air with comfort, wrapping the listener in stillness. This is music not for haste, but for pause, for reflection. There's no place to care, like steps across a wooden porch, echoing but never loud. The song grows with patience, carrying a rhythm, steady as a rocking chair. The guitar tells a story without words, a story of fields resting under evening skies, of time slowing to match the heartbeat of the earth. As the music continues, the sound feels like memory. It calls back to evenings of quiet work, or sitting by the window while the world outside fades into night. The guitar plays in waves, each phrase rising and falling like the wind across tall grass. It does not push forward, settles deeper into peace, inviting the listener to let go of the day's weight. Midway the song brightens slightly, so recalling a moment of joy or laughter at the homestead table. Tones are golden warm like lamp props working full. And even in this brightness, there's just over hurries, worries it waits, steady and kind. Toward the end, the guitar softens again, like night settling fully upon the land. The last notes fall gently like a lantern being dim, like footsteps fading into rest. The song does not end abruptly, it simply becomes silence, as if the guitar said enough. It leaves the listener in a place of peace, where reflection is natural, where reflection is natural, and calm is complete. The guitar begins softly, like an echo rolling across distant mountains. Each note carries a sense of space, quiet valleys and open skies. The melody is calm and steady, offering both warmth and focus. The rhythm flows evenly, a gentle stream winding its way through the Sierra landscape. It invites the listener to breathe slower, to ease into concentration, to find balance in the steady pulse of sound. As the chords stretch outward, they create a sense of distance. The way mountains echo when the air is still, the music feels alive yet unhurried. Every phrase is like a pause, heart and rebirth. Break us does not need to be forced. The melody deepens, carrying the tone of wood and strings, grounded and natural. It is not loud or demanding, but present, steady as footsteps on a quiet trail. Gathers thoughts gently like leaves drifting into a calm stream, bringing order without effort. Halfway through, the gets softer and softer, blending into silence between notes. The silence feels full, branches sharing in the waters of peace. Is the kind of sea Muhammad Suredi's humming kids to a new feel study. Each note is like a lantern placed carefully along the path, guiding focus step by step. Melody does not demand attention but supports, keeping thoughts stay balanced alive. As the music moves toward its close, the guitar softens again like echoes fading in the night sky. The sound is gentle, leaving behind a clear space for the listener's own thoughts. It does not end abruptly but drift like the mountains themselves. Still stand, still there. The guitar begins softly, slow and warm, like the first glow of the moon rising above the wide break. Snow falls gently, smooth and calm as if carried by the night breeze. The melody drifts without hurry, inviting the listener into quiet stillness. The sound opens with spacious chords, each one stretching wide. They echo in the silence of open fields. The guitar flows lightly, like moonlight scattered across tall grass. The rhythm is steady, calm and unbroken, creating a sense of safety and peace. As the piece unfolds, the notes grow warmer, bed tones glowing like silver light against the earth. The melody is tender, almost like a lullaby, guiding the listener to voyage. Whispering stories of the night sky. The music moves gently, like shadows drift and think across the land. Each phrase feels like a breath, smooth and unforced, steady and calm. The sound is never rushed but always flowing, steady as the rhythm of night itself. In the middle section, the chords deep and rich,
country more like the earth breathing beneath the stars. The melody expands, glowing softly but still gentle and delicate. The notes rise and fall like the distant call of night birds, echoing softly in the silence. Every pulse between chords feels like space to rest, like the prairie holding its breath under the moon. The sound becomes a companion to stillness, its voice soft yet full in my quiet reflection. The guitar feels endless, carrying the listener deeper in the calm. The peace begins to soften again, the tones lower and slowing with care. The melody fades like night air settling cool across the grass. The rhythm loosens more spacious, each chord leaving a gentle echo as the song draws to its end. Guitar grows faint like stars fading in the dawn. The sound does not stop suddenly but drifts away like a dream, dissolving into quiet air. The final notes linger tender and light, leaving the listener in silence and peace. Moonlit prairie is a summer night, rarest a white companion for sleep. The guitar carries the light of the moon, the whisper of fields and the stillness of wide horizons. Steady, calming and pure, guiding gently into peaceful dreams. Guitar begins softly with warm tones and move like morning and light, filtering through tall trees. Each note feels steady and grounded, like footsteps on a quiet trail. The sound carries the stillness of the forest, calm and unhurried, surrounding the listener in peace. As the melody unfolds, the guitar flows like a gentle stream winding between roots and stones. The rhythm is natural, smooth, never rushing, on the quiet balance of nature itself. It feels like walking deeper into the redwoods. The silence becomes alive with the soft voice of the earth. Each phrase opens space for reflection, carrying a sense of ground, and the tones rise and fall like the sway of branches above. Holy and bold, strength and gentleness, the guitar speaks without words, telling stories of stillness and belonging. As the piece moves forward, soft pulse develops, steady like a heart arrest. The gears of music quieted, listen and lose the bass. Yeah, listen, lead out and hear the trail. That's what I feel, easy to get you to say something, tell. Sound that carry cold fire, remind me quiet presence of the forest around. At its heart, the music invites stillness. The spaces between the notes feel like pauses to breathe, moments stuck with us, to listen to the quiet eager, grounding the mind in the present, feeding innocence a heart to read again. Well, as the piece continues, the rhythm stretches, becoming slower The guitar begins with a light touch, soft as the morning air across an open meadow. Each note carries a warmth of wood and string, a sound that settles gently, falling on while for the rhythm moves slowly, inviting stillness, inviting calm. The horizon stretches holding in a stem, a tree chills across laughter breeze. 8 feet tall, water rising up open by lost here in the light. This stirs gently, eyes the air's private and lays, and the light side of gentle. Sound isn't patient, it does not demand, but instead invites, it creates a space for breath, for thought, for peace. And that space the listener finds calm, a release from the weight of noise, a place where the heart slows and the mind rests. Sea is raining down, the tears shall not nice, and behind these song before the full fire is so free to live. That's the mind feels noise, it was hiding, I wanna cut. If there feels natural like breathing, like walking slowly, yes, crossing an inlet soften. The echo soften again, fading in the stillness between notes. That silence is part of the music, a silence full of rest, calm reflection. Guitar breathes with through the forward inversion. It's an let loose with a natural plan eyes. Guess I'll find it's in the stolen peace. The time it kinda won't till carrying into bed, melting through slow, not time that feels like pain. If it's taking more than some of it on pit back, whispers feels each chord is a reminder that peace is always here. Better is that you sit next tonight. Guitar begins with a soft flowing tone, bright and gentle, like a first light of dawn spilling over the silver creek. Each note feels fresh and clear, carrying the quiet promise of a new day. The melody is simple, steady and bright, designed to bring calm and clarity. The sound moves gently, smooth and unhurried, like water gliding over stones in a quiet stream. The chords expand softly, warm and balanced, filling the air with a calm sense of direction. The rhythm is steady, not rushed, but inviting focus, same reflection. As the music develops, the melody glows brighter like sunlight spreading wider across the horizon. Each note sparkles lightly, a reminder of stillness, peace and possibility. The guitar does not overwhelm, instead it carries a steady breath of focus, guiding the mind toward calm working thought. Middle section unfolds like a stream, winding gently through fields. The
Tones are full yet clear, edges smooth, offering comfort without distraction. Each phrase feels like a natural step forward, grounding and steady, as if the creek itself were teaching patience and rhythm. Guitar's warmth grows deeper, yet it never becomes heavy. It moves with the morning breeze, brushing over water. The melody balances both between brightness and calm, carrying both energy and tranquility, encouraging concentration without tension. As the piece continues, the pauses between notes feel like open skies, space for thought and reflection. The sound of the guitar is not a rush for listening. It offers a companion for focus, a rhythm to steady the heart and quiet the mind. The music is soften again, tones lowering gently like the sun settling into a calm mid-morning glow. The chords grow slower, lingering with warmth and ease. Each note stretches further, leaving space to breathe, space to think. Oh, the closing, the melody becomes tender and still, like the creek smoothing in a calm water. The guitar fades softly, never abruptly, carrying the last light of dawn.